Hello students. In previous video, we have studied the how to unwind the segue. Now this is the extension of the segues part 3, where we are going to see the navigation control tutorial. So here we are going to see how to add and customize the navigation controller and how to pass the information from one view controller to the another view controller. So for that we require the Xcode. So already in previous video we have completed up to this. We have created this three view controllers, red, yellow and green, and according to that we are able to move from the first to second, second to third, and then we are unwinding to the initial view controller like this. If you run the simulator, you can see if you click on the first button, you are moving towards the second view controller. When you click on the second, you are moving to the third view controller. And when we click on the dismiss button, you are unwinding that to the initial view controller. Now we want to add the navigation controller to this scene. Now the navigation controllers, now what happens sometimes when we are using the segues. Now what happens in case of segues are preferred method when we are transiting from the one context to the another within your app. For example, already we have studied that iOS mail app. But however, what happens in some situations, we require a segue from one view controller to a related view controller. For example, when the user taps in a cell in the settings, a new view controller animates from the left to right to cover the screen, usually adding to the stack of displayed view controllers. Adding a new view controller to the top of the stack is called pushing onto the stack. Now what happens for the tapping back button is required. So what happens, the navigation controllers manage the stack of view controllers and provide the animations when navigating between the related views. That means by using the navigation controller, we can navigate from the one view controller to the other. So we will see how we can add the navigation controller to this particular scene. Now already up to this we have studied. Now what we have to do, click on the view controller. On the left right hand corner we'll have the option embed in. Okay, like we are having the option for the auto layout, then add new constraints, then align option is there, update frames option is there. So embed in option is there. We have to click on this embed in, and then navigation control is highlighted there. You have to click on the navigation controller. So when click on this, your navigation controller is added here before the first view controller. And now you can see here, visually you can see here, when we added the navigation controller, you can see the back button for this is added in the yellow view controller and the green view controller, not on the initial view controller, because this is the first initial view controller, so we cannot move back from the initial view controller. Now if I run this particular product, then you can see how we can use the back button. Okay, when I click on the first button, we are moving to the second view controller. Now you can see it is not popping over that. Okay, in previous course, what happens when we are using the segues, it is popping over the red view controller, but here it is we are moving from the initial view controller red to the yellow view controller. Now if I click on the back, I can move back to the initial view controller, that is a read view controller. This option is not present in the when we are using the segues. Because of the navigation controller, we can navigate from the second view controller to the first view controller. So when we click on the first button, we can have the second view controller, yellow view controller, and when we click on the back button, we can navigate from the yellow to the pink, or the sorry, red. So again, when I move from the yellow view controller to the green view controller by clicking this second button, again I will come back to the last view controller. But when now I am having the two options here, I can use the dismiss button to go to the initial view controller, and I can use the back button to go to the second view controller. So if I click on the back button, I am moving towards the yellow view controller. Okay. And if I click on the dismiss CA button here, where I'm moving towards the initial view controller. So this is possible because of the adding the navigation controller to your scene. Now, again, we come back to the main file. Now, if you can see here, if you click on this area, this area is called as a navigation item. So navigation item is present when we add the navigation controller. So navigation item is present for the every view controller. Okay, so this is here navigation item for the, this is the first initial view controller. If I click on this, this is the navigation item for the second view controller. If I click on this, this is the navigation item for the third view controller. So when I click on this navigation item, I can give the title here. Okay, so suppose that this is the red view controller, so I will give the name red here, and this, so it will rename this view controller as a red view controller. And also you can see previous case we are having the back written over here, but due because of our naming on the navigation item, this back button is displaying the red here. It will give you the more clear idea when we run this particular product or the project. So before that, I will change the name also for this. I will go for the yellow here, yellow. And then again I will change the for the green also, green. So when I run this particular project, now we can see how the navigation item is renamed here. Now here the simulator appeared for the iPhone 13 Pro. This is the red. Now when I click on the first button, we are moving toward the second yellow view controller. And now you can see previous case we are having the back written over here. Now it is written over here. That means if I want to move toward the, when I click on this, I will move towards the red or the initial view controller. If I click on the red, I'm moving towards the red view controller. Similarly, when I click on this yellow button, I am moving towards the red view controller. Okay, so this is possible because of the renaming the navigation item. So here you can set the navigation item like this. Now we want to pass the information from the one view controller to the other view controller. So for that, I have to add the text box for the here. I will add the text box here, text box, text field, sorry, text field here. I am adding the text field here in the first view controller. Now you have to go to the assistant manager again, assistant, and I will create one outlet for this text item. So for the creating the outlet, you have to press the control key, select the text field, and then drag this text field towards the above this function view did load. So it will appear, this will appear connection outlet. We are creating the outlet here, object red, and the name I will give here text field. Okay, I will give the, we are creating the outlet for the text field. That's why It is a text field. Type is a UI text field. Okay. Storage doesn't matter. You can go for the strong or the weak. Okay. So I will connect this. Then you can see IB outlet var text field, UI text field, outlet for the text field is created. Now I have to add one function here for that, which we call as a prepare function. Okay. So if I type prepare here, you can have the prepare here. Okay. Prepare, you will have the hint, and then select this prepare function. You can see override function prepare here. Okay. For Segway UI Storyboard, sender is not any. Here we have to mention the sender as a UI text field. UI text field. UI text field. UI text field is the sender. Okay. So this is a UI text field is a sender. Now we'll create the one action here, IB action. This is not a overridden function. Okay, so we'll remove that. And here I will write down the code Segway dot destination dot navigation item dot title equal to text field dot text. Okay, so that means we have written the one prepare function here for Segway UI storyboard Segway. Sender is a UI text field. I mean that means whatever we are going to write here, that will be navigate on the, or we can see on the second view controller. The code we have written Segway dot destination dot navigation item dot title dot equal to text field dot text. That means here whatever we are going to put the data here, that will be displayed on the second view controller or the yellow view controller. So when you run this, you can see the simulator will appear. Now I am having the UI text field here. I will type something here. Suppose that I will type my name here, Ravindra. Okay, and when I click on this button, first button, one second, you have to create here action @IB action. Okay, so then again we have to replace the code here. Okay, fine. Now when I will type here, suppose that I have typed Ravindra here, so this text will, now I click on the first button, so this will be the one second, we have to make some changes here. Function prepare. Okay, we'll write the override function prepare. Okay, sender can have here as any sender. I will change the sender to again any instead of UI text field. Then we'll try. Now again, if you click on this, then it will replace the code here. Now when I will click on this and put the Ravindra here and click on the first button. Then you can see the data is passed over the second view controller. So for that, we have what we have done. We have written down one function prepare here method for segue, which is UI storyboard segue. Sender is optional any, and this is piece of code is written over here. So by using this, we can pass the information between the one view controller to the other view controller. So whatever the basics of the segues and the navigation controller, we have tried to complete the in these three parts of the or the three videos or the three lectures you can see. Now, if you have any kind of query, you have to practice it on your iPad or iMac. If you have any kind of query regarding this segues and navigation controllers, you can write down that on the into the comment box, or also you can mail me, which is present in the description box. Okay, so in next lecture we will see the tab bar controllers, which is again the important part of the Swift UI. Thanks for the watching. Thank you.